Welcome, beautiful souls, to Metaphysicians Building Legacy Businesses, the space where consciousness meets commerce and purpose becomes prosperity. I'm Dr. Karina Felix, your host, guide, and fellow metaphysicist on this extraordinary journey. This podcast is about a sacred intersection between metaphysical science and lifestyle mastery, where visionaries and conscious entrepreneurs come together to design businesses that outlive us, businesses that transform, uplift, and ripple light through generations. And today we are kicking off a new season by going deep into the why. Why do we, as metaphysical scientists, feel the call to build legacy businesses right now? And what legacy are we truly meant to bring forth as a movement to help transform this world? I believe we're living in one of the most powerful times in human history. For so long, spiritual and metaphysical teachings have been seen as something separate from business, as if consciousness belonged only in temples and meditation spaces, and strategy belonged only in boardrooms. But we're realizing now that the two were never meant to be apart. As metaphysical scientists, we study energy, vibration, consciousness, the unseen architecture behind everything that exists. And when we apply those same universal principles to our businesses, something incredible happens. Business becomes a sacred act of creation. It becomes an extension of our soul purpose. Well, I like to say, we're not here just to make money. We're here to make meaning. We're not here to sell products. We're here to transmit frequency. Every business is an energetic field, a living organism that carries our consciousness out into the world. And that's what legacy really is. Energy that keeps moving long after we have left the room. So think about it. Every word you speak, every client you serve, every piece of content you create carries vibration. So when you build with intention, that vibration doesn't disappear. It ripples through time. Someone, somewhere, years from now, could be touched by something you created today. And that is legacy. Now, I know many of us in the metaphysical community have felt that tension, that tug of war between being deeply spiritual and also deeply ambitious. Maybe you've wondered, can I be a healer and a CEO? Can I charge for my work and still stay in alignment? And I want to tell you, absolutely yes. In fact, it's part of our calling. Because when consciousness meets commerce, money becomes a multiplier for good. It becomes a channel through which your light expands. So the real question isn't, can I build a business as a metaphysical scientist? It's what kind of legacy, business am I meant to create? Let me share a little of my own journey. There was a time when I kept my spiritual practice and my business life completely separate. During the day, because I used to publish a dance magazine, I'd focus on marketing, operations, clients, the earthly things. And in the evening, I'd dive into meditation, energy work, journaling, my spiritual side. But the truth is, neither side felt complete. Something was always missing. So one day, during meditation, it just hit me. What if my business could become the practice? What if business itself was the ceremony? From that moment on, everything shifted. I began aligning my offers, my pricing, my team culture, even my schedule with energy and intention. And I discovered that the more I aligned energetically, the more my business flourished in the physical. Clients started appearing effortlessly. Opportunities flowed in, and I was not burning out anymore. Actually, I was expanding. That's the power of building consciously. That's the power of being a metaphysical scientist who understands the law of vibration and then applies it in real life. So let's now talk about legacy in a deeper sense. Legacy isn't about what we leave behind. It's about what we leave activated. When you awaken someone to their own potential through your work, that energy continues moving long after you're gone. So when I say legacy business, I don't mean a giant company or a monument with your name on it. I mean something vibrationally sustainable, like a mission, a movement, an idea that carries on because it was born from truth. And here's what's really exciting. We're not doing this alone. There's a collective awakening happening among us. Healers, coaches, creatives, intuitive leaders. We're all realizing that consciousness isn't meant to be hidden away anymore. It's actually meant to lead. We're meant to bring metaphysical science into the marketplace, into leadership, into everyday life. That's how we transform the world. Not by escaping or avoiding it, but by elevating it. You see, legacy building isn't just about business. It's lifestyle mastery. It's learning to live and lead from alignment, where our daily habits, our relationships, our health, and our creativity all operate in coherence with our higher self. Because when your life becomes coherent, clear, your business becomes magnetic. And that's when impact, influence, and income align effortlessly. So, if you're listening right now and something inside you is whispering, "This is me. I am meant to build something that matters," I want you to know you're already on the right path. The fact that you're even listening to this conversation means your soul has signed up for this work. Now, here's the next step: connection. Because movements are born in community. I searched for a long time looking specifically for a platform that addresses metaphysical scientists that are here to share and educate more. So I created a private Facebook group called Metaphysicians Building Legacy Businesses. And it's a sacred online home for visionaries like you. Inside, we dive deeper into the practices, energy work, and business strategy that help you merge metaphysical mastery with lifestyle success. It's where we support each other in building conscious companies, manifesting abundance, and expanding our reach without losing alignment. So, if this message resonates, please come join us. You can find the link in the show notes, or just search for Metaphysicians Building Legacy Businesses on Facebook. It's a private community, and it's specifically for metaphysicists who are been in this field and want to create passive income. So I'd love to see you there, introduce you to the company, and continue this conversation in a space built for our collective growth. But before we close today, I want to leave you with this thought. The world doesn't need more businesses. It needs more beacons. Each of us carries a code, a frequency of transformation. And when we build in alignment with that code, we don't just create wealth, we create worlds. You are the legacy. You are the movement. You are the metaphysical scientist bringing heaven to earth through enterprise. So, thank you for tuning in to Metaphysicians Building Legacy Businesses in this episode. If it touched you, share it. Share it with someone who needs this message today. And leave a review so others can find our growing movement. Until next time, remember, energy first, strategy second, legacy always.